Hey, I'm Amethyst Goddess from InAlignment Ministries, and I wanted to share some information that I've been guided to give y'all at this time. Saturn in Pisces, as well as Pluto and Aquarius energy. Now, if you follow me on my IG as well as my TikTok, I do highlight some of the energy that I tapped in based on a vision I received a few days ago, and it was largely based on futuristic events or something that's actually going on behind the scenes in regards to, I'm hearing like insemination as far as women in their role or position within the world, like their placement as far as structure, as far as power. And I'm also seeing how artificial intelligence and stem cell technology are going to mesh together to create beings that are human-like, that are not human, but are human-like, to initiate some form of evolution. Now, I'm not saying that's good, I'm not saying that's bad, but I am tapping into the energy that gives me an indicator that it's radical, that it's odd, and extreme. Now, people that are into this stuff, that feel like the woman's role, a woman that has been birthed as a woman in the physical, has a lesser role than what is deemed natural, and whatever that is, as far as that perspective. There is insight, an insight like INCITE, of some form of revolution to move the woman that was naturally, physically, as a woman, to be removed off her throne. I know that was a lot. So basically, from what I'm gathering, there's an energy that I'm hearing has done a perversion of the style of family and its category and its placement as far as this world. So I'm pausing because I'm hearing words, okay, from higher dimensions in regards to what exactly is going on. Whatever you feel is what is and all that, it has nothing to do with that. It's based on what I'm channeling, and it's based on a higher dimension or higher beings that are looking and observing what is going on and what is taking place as far as this realm, okay? So I'm seeing that there is some form of construction, and I'm hearing deconstruction as far as the placement of roles or positions, as far as the hierarchies, as far as positions of power. And I'm hearing dysfunction. So whether it's political, whether it's someone's right, I'm not into that. I'm into solely getting the messages out. And if it offends anyone, of course, that's not my intent, but I'm here to bring the message, so it is what it is. If it doesn't resonate, of course, you can scroll and keep going. But from what I'm gathering, there is a corroboration. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, a corroboration of energies to displace positions of power. Okay, now I'm hearing extremism, but I'm also hearing a recalibration, in a sense that those positions of power, and I'm hearing tyranny, those tyranny, positions of power, those that have exceeded their time frame, their allotted time to be in power is up and it has expired. So therefore it is high time for those that were, I'm hearing ordained, even though that's usually used in a traditional religious aspect or sense. I'm hearing that were made for these positions. They are soon rising to place themselves in these positions, okay? And from what I'm gathering, there will be a spiritual revolution, but there will be a need for you to tap into your intuition to make sure that what you're campaigning or bandwagoning or joining forces with is for your highest good. Because I'm hearing two dimensions. So I'm seeing a situation where there will be extremism, there will be some Messiah like being, individual, or representing themselves as such, as well as to bring this form of peace, as well as other people that are I'm hearing divine, that will actually are the true healers, the true diviners, the true spiritual beings that are called to heal, that are called to help the collectives. Not just one collective, but collectives. So whatever that means, okay? So there will be, I'm hearing a transfusion. I don't know how that relates, but I'm hearing transfusion, okay? And it's up to you to discern what is artificial and what is the real thing, okay? So with this energy, there will be a collaboration of forces working to usher in the welcoming of this new realm. There will also be those that will try to counterbalance, counterfeit, counterfear, and cause confusion so that the people are distracted. Okay? So basically, there is a war, a spiritual war, of course. Even if you see a physical war in the sense of like artillery or weapons or whatever, it's not that. It's a spiritual, it's an energetic war that is going on. And again, it's not fear tactics. It's not for me to instill fear in you, but for you to understand what is going on beyond the veil. And right now, honestly, if you're really using your eyes, okay, your mind's eye, if you're really tapping in and receiving those downloads through your crown, you will actually see. Even if you are grounding yourself, using your root chakra, your base, you will see, okay? Because you're tapping into the spirit of the earth, of the realm, of this realm. You will understand what's about to happen. You will understand even if you didn't know all of, I'm hearing Legos, all the pieces that will cause a domino effect, okay? So even if you may not understand everything now and how it will unfold, you do know that something is about to happen that will shift. And I'm hearing permanently the way we perceive, the way we interact, the way we experience life, as far as our spiritual practices, as far as our belief systems, as far as I'm hearing positions of power, as far as how we utilize, I'm hearing our finances and what that means and what value will that be. And I'm not talking about what's going on as far as the current events, as far as the dollar and the value of that, even though that has some form of place. It's what do you place value on and what do they place value on? Okay, so there is a war on that. On what do we place value on? Do we place a value on life and how much? Do we place value on freedom and what is that and what that entails? And if we place value on all those things, how does it affect our travel? How does it affect us interacting with other cultures or people? How does that resonate as far as I'm even hearing Constitution? Okay, so all of it relates back to relativity, lessons. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing the question, how much do you want to experience? And I'm hearing a Christ consciousness. Whether you believe that there was a Christ or whatever, that's not up for to debate. It's not up for debate. The more so the focus is about the Christ consciousness. And I'm getting Messiah-like energy. And I'm hearing however high you want to go, you can. And I'm not talking about substances as far as intoxication or drug highs or whatever. Is more so the ascension process. And how much more do you want to stretch yourself within this experience? And not even just within this experience, because some of you are still stuck in that belief that you are stuck here, but some of you see beyond it, okay? So you see that there's activity beyond this dimension, that there's activity on a multidimensional plane. It's more than just one layer that is going on, that is, I'm hearing, simulating or activating. So for those of you who see beyond what is going on and see beyond your current circumstances, how far do you want to stretch beyond it? And it has a price. It has a price to stretch beyond what you see. And as much as I say, trust what you feel, trust the emotion, trust this, but I'm getting even a sense that it's beyond the feel. It's beyond the feel. I'm hearing that your thought and your belief cannot be controlled. It is not created, nor has it been ordained in this realm. That your thought and your belief is outside of this realm. Now, you may have beliefs as far as belief systems that were generated based on your experiences and what people have passed down to you or have been indoctrinated with. But that pure belief in regards to, I believe that even though I don't have the evidence of it, I know, I trust, those type of energies, that those are in the higher realms, okay? Which is interesting. I'm just, as much as you probably are waiting and listening to me, I am doing the same. I'm actually processing the information as well and getting it out. Even if I'm going along with it, I'm processing it just as much as I'm going along with it. Some of it I can't process until probably I turn this off and go look at the video and see what spirit has imparted in me, what I'm receiving as I speak, okay? When you on that higher realm, there is no physical connection to the body. That thought, that belief system, as far as not the lower vibration one, but the one that is about ascension, that one, there is no dictator, there is no constraint, there is no attachment. It's actually a detachment, okay? It's a absorbatory experience. There is a universal love and compassion with this type of energy. There is a oneness and a centeredness in regards to the energy that I'm tapping into, and it's beautiful. There is a knowing, and there is the I am that I am. Beyond your understanding, beyond your knowing, beyond your trusting, beyond your believing, beyond your experiences, there is an I am that I am. And that is and will be. And Saturn is here to get you to understand that all of this doesn't even matter. And Saturn is actually communicating with me, stating, yes, I emphasize the lessons. I emphasize what needs to be learned. I emphasize discipline. I emphasize you needing to learn the lesson. But even this understanding, this level of comprehension is beyond me. I just operate in it. I just flow in it. Even I have to surrender my will. Even I have to surrender my energy. Even I have to give an account as far as what I usher in. So even this energy that I'm expressing right now is beyond the scope of planetary shifts, beyond the scope of these different, I'm hearing universal planes or dimensions or what have you. It's beyond that. It is, I'm seeing a circle, so circumferencing. It's outside of our scope of understanding and adaptability. Now you can tap into it, and when you tap into it, it's almost like an overstanding. It's almost like a feeling of alignment, and nothing even matters. This doesn't even matter. I'm gonna experience it. I'm gonna go through it, but I know there's more, and 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 more to the infinity and beyond. That the feelings that you may feel as far as incompleteness, it exceeds beyond that scope. It exceeds the scope of limitedness, or feeling limited, or feeling depressed, or anxious, fearful, not feeling seen, not feeling heard, not being respected, not feeling love. All of that is temporary when you decide to go beyond that. You can stay stuck in those feelings that I expressed just a minute ago, or you can stretch beyond it. You are always evolving. You are always moving. Whether you're moving backwards, sideways, frontwards, you're always moving. Whether you're moving into another lesson that you haven't learned and you're going through the motion of those cycles, or whether you're stretching beyond it, whether you're exceeding beyond it, whether you're doing the test of the will or the test of faith, and even beyond your level of understanding at this moment, what you will experience is not described within a book. It's something that has to happen on an individual, personal level. And I'm hearing in regards to Saturn, there is some dogmas, some pragmatic level of institutions that are withering away. So I'm seeing dust. It's called for a spiritual revolution. And I want to pull one card out of my Isis Oracle. I just want one card. The other cards is not necessary because I pretty much tapped in. But the Isis Oracle is something about that connection that I have that I feel will be necessary in regards to closing out this message, okay? This is beautiful. This is very beautiful, actually. This is very beautiful. And I'm seeing life restored. Priestess of the Phoenix. Okay, my lighting, but I'm sure you can see it. You can pick up on it. And Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. So as I stated before, it's gonna pick up. Didn't know. Sorry, y'all. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? There is a shift that is going on, that women will be placed in positions of power, in technology, in advancement. And she will be protected. If you notice, there is a divine masculine. They're working together. It is divine. And if you believe in that scripture, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. That is what I'm hearing. I want to read this. I'm also hearing Heru. I'm also hearing in regards to life restored. Remember I was telling you, well, I'm kind of blank because I was channeling, but I thought I had it, but it left. The life restored is, this experience is like a catalyst for who you truly are, for what you truly represent, what it's all about. So that's why I say all those feelings are temporary, y'all. All those feelings of sadness, of loneliness, of despair, of bitterness, resentment, all that is temporary because life will be restored. And if you can shift outside of that, yes, feel your feels, yes, go through your experiences, I get it. But I'm saying something that is beyond human. It's like it's beyond the flesh, it's beyond the physical, or what you may even perceive as physical, because what you perceive as physical is not physical. You may feel it's real right now, but it's not. It's based on your level of understanding. It's based on your level of perspective. It's based on your level of perception. And once you step out of that level of perception, you will see there is more. There is far more. There's far more greater than what you think. Powerful. So I'm going to look at this and just pick up pieces, okay, of what I'm tapping into, all right? I love y'all, and that's real. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life, just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life. So too will you rise again, healed and renewed. Life restored brings messages that a trauma ending, struggle, or apparent defeat is not the end of the story for you now. What may appear to be an ending can sometimes simply be the forces of ancient feminine power flowing into new pathways, pulling energy away from old forms so that they can transition into new forms. This can take short or long periods of time. It could be over days or years, weeks, months, decades. It doesn't matter how long something it appears to have been decaying, it will spring back into life at the right time. Just as the river now subtly adjusts to its course over time, so too will the river of light that flows through you, filling you with life, force, and divine energy move with an innate wisdom. You can trust what is happening for you now. Something important to you is coming back to life. It might even feel like you are coming back to life after a period of increasing emotional numbness, physical or psychological struggle, or spiritual diminishment. It might also be a lifestyle, practice, business, or relationship, new or old, that's coming to life now. You are guided by divine priestess of the phoenix, Sister Isis, to turn your face to the sun. Just as the sacred scarab beetle follows the movement of the sun, you are encouraged to focus on the light and life that is seeking you now. Do not resign yourself in the way things have been. Let go of the past. Be brave and bold and allow the Phoenix Priestess to inspire you to realize that the return to life, the the resurrection is upon you now. Have hope and optimism. Just because something has fallen away in the past does not mean it will not have value and be able to grow in the present moment. Take what is going to be offered in your life, the rebirth that is happening into your wide open arms now, and be assured that you have transitioned through the energies of death and into new life now. Peace to you, dear initiative light. The past is over. Enjoy your rebirth. Brilliant. One more. Miracle of Isis. And that page is 106. 1 plus 6 is 7. This year is the year of 7. And I believe the Pluto energy, I think it's supposed to be for what, 3 years or so? Or am I mixing it up with Saturn? I don't know. Something's supposed to be 3 years. Miraculous healing of Isis. Miracle of Isis. Miraculous healing of the goddess. Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healings. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. To hand something over for healing, especially when it has been a long-term or persistent difficulty or simply seems to be a ton, great, or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached to how or when something can happen, to surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. All these things take skill and courage. Yet these are the requirements for us to surrender into the greater healing of divine love. Lady Isis speaks through the oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only possible, but if you're willing, it can happen for you now. No matter the depth of grief, loss, despair, fear, or anger, love can and will absorb all of it. This oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing ability at a new level are coming your way. Keep your eyes and heart open and let go of doubt and fear about opening up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work into the divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. So I did skip a couple pieces, but I did go to the areas that are necessary for this moment in time. The divine feminine is being restored. Even when it looks like all these things that are coming up, current events, the news, and it seems like there are crisis after crisis after crisis showing up. Now is the time to step outside of what you see in the physical and trust that the experience is getting better, and trust that you are guided, protected, and loved, and that you are already healed. So that's all I have for you. I did notice my alert for my power came on, so I hope that you got everything that I said. And if anything is missing, that is for the highest and greatest good. So That's all I have for you. Again, Amethyst Goddess from InAlignment Ministries checking in with you. I enjoyed it with you. I enjoyed this time that I can come on here and tap into all of y'all energy to help you usher or move you or even transcend the current experiences and know that they're all temporary. They're all temporary, even if it felt like a year or more. It is all temporary. Once you get outside of yourself, in the sense of struggle, in the sense a level of complacency or fear or resentment, once you step outside of that, that there's more to gain. There's more that is offered to you. It's just up to you to have the courage and the boldness to step outside of that. That's why I asked you. I do remember this part. How far do you want to stretch? Okay? So, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. Very enlightening. I love this experience. I would love to share more experiences with you and go deeper, okay? When I go deeper, I'm going higher. I express my deepest gratitude. Thank you for trusting me to relay those messages to you. And I pray that they are received with love and light and comfort and encouragement. All right? Be well. Take care.